What's up, guys? Welcome to the world's greatest sports betting show. I'm your host, John Hyslop, joined, as always, by my friend and the guy who keeps us profitable, the great Matt Modi. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Slop? Appreciate that introduction. Yeah, to steal some of your phrasing here, I think I cracked the code on both home runs and NFL.
Okay.
So I'm feeling pretty good about how things are going to go for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's good because I have not. Yesterday, luckily, I was hanging around at my kids' basketball practice. If I would just drop her off and drove home, I wouldn't have been on my phone looking at like stuff. And I noticed that Noah Brown was listed, and I was like, oh wow, like Noah Brown's actually good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
but he was not listed all day. I don't know when. I'm sorry, I don't know when he got listed, but he wasn't listed when I was looking in the morning. So I was like, dude, I'm going to take his 25 plus receiving yards. It was like plus 124 or something. It was higher than that, and then it went down immediately. And then I was like, you know what? I'll throw him with that strange guy. 2 catches each, little parlay. It's like buck plus 120. If I don't do that, I lost both my bets. I didn't win anything. Seriously, like how lucky is that?
Yeah, I get it. If it makes you feel any better, between Thursday Night Football last week, week 2 Thursday Night Football, week 2 Sunday, week 2 Monday, week 3 Thursday Night Football, week 3 Monday, I went like 2-14 on my NFL player props. I think just doing the math off the top of my head, I was down. I think I did the math. I was down 9 units in that stretch. Made like 70% of that back yesterday alone. But that just goes to show you, like, there's highs, there's lows, and there's a valley in between those two things.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, like you just got to keep. I guess that's the point of that story is just you got to keep throwing bets in. You know what I mean?
And you never as smart as you.
I thought I had something with Cook, and then all of a sudden, like everything was just throwing. So you got that right. You had that early, like I think
the first drive,
right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that was good. That kept us afloat because he did not get to 70 rushing yards because they just kept throwing the ball and then just was like, all right, we're done. And then he was off the field. So it was a tough read on my part. That was just a bad bet, to be honest with you, because it was clearly their idea was short pass, maybe hit you deep, short pass. You know what I mean? They beat the dog shit out of Jacksonville.
They sure did.
That's almost fireable for the
100%
coaches there because, like, they have not won, right?
They have not won since Halloween of last year.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. But, yeah, I knew they hadn't won, or I thought they hadn't won. And just by the way they showed up last night, national television, that team is cooked.
Like, they're toast.
They're terrible. So this is a rebuilding year already. 100% rebuilding. Their season's over right now. No one goes to the playoffs 0-3, especially like a team like that. Like they're not going to the playoffs. So this year's over. So anyways, that was bad. And then Strange, we didn't get that, but what I will say is he did catch 2 balls, which won a parlay for me. Did he catch 3?
No, he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, he did score a touchdown. So there was that. I don't know. I didn't hate the guy. He did drop one in the first half. I was like, dude, you got to be joking me. Like he just dropped it. So I was like, that was bad. But like I said, he did get home on the 2+ receptions, 2+ receptions, and then 2+ for Noah Brown. So I am kind of happy with him for that. But yeah, he did not get 4+. And then the other game, it was Brian Robinson. I thought that was a layup, 60+ rushing yards, and it was not a layup. He didn't even get to 40. Like he was averaging like 2 yards a carry every time. They just kept running straight into the line, and he just really, yeah. So the Bengals run defense, I was wrong on that. Like they weren't that bad. Eckler kind of tore him up a little bit, but they were running Eckler differently. Like it wasn't the same as just, hey, run right into the back of the center because he's going to push the line forward for you. That never happened. That never did, not once. So it is what it is. And then Jamar Chase, great call. I thought they were going to kill the Commanders, so it's kind of weird that I had a rushing prop anyways. But I didn't know. I was like, I'm not sure Chase is going 100+. Like plus that contract situation stuff. But just prove that Joe Burrow is his boy, and we'll take care of him forever.
Yeah, squeaky wheel. That's all it was. Squeaky wheel. I played Chase pretty heavily. I mean, I took his main line. I laddered him up to 110 plus receiving yards. I took him first touchdown and 2+ touchdowns. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like yesterday made back 70% of what I had lost the previous 2 weeks. Yeah, the Brian Robinson thing, like I thought that was a great look. I think that the problem was the Bengals sold out to stop the run, thinking that they couldn't pass on him. And then Daniels just lit him up.
Yeah, that was crazy. He was so good. It wasn't funny
awesome.
like that. He was so good.
I mean, they didn't punt. They haven't punted for 2 straight games.
That's wild. So watch out for the Commanders.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just figured we were going to get Robinson 60+ no matter what. Like I thought that was definitely going to happen. But it did not. Noah Brown, though, he's one to watch out for because he is actually a good receiver. Like he's not a bum. So I don't know. He went to what was he with the Cowboys and then
Cowboys,
he went to the Texans?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not bad. So they're looking for a guy. And the McCaffrey dude is not bad. So they have targets that maybe we can take advantage of because their defense is very bad. Like
that is
not good.
That's the lesson here.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah. Their offense is awesome and their defense stinks. It's the perfect combination because then it's just like it's just over city across the board.
Yep. That's what I always look for in fantasy. I feel like I was ahead of my time because people didn't like do that. Like they made fun of me a lot in that league, but like I did win a couple times back to back actually. But it was take a quarterback on a bad team. So while everyone back then was taking like Manning, I'm trying to think who else was around that was a good. But remember Brady, Manning would get taken kind of early, and I'll just be like, for one, there was the running quarterback. They didn't really crack that code yet, but it was also if you didn't get like Vic or something like that because you were scared he was going to get hurt, then you went just later in the draft and took a quarterback with a terrible defense, and you would probably be fine. You could stream quarterbacks, just find one with a terrible defense, and that's how you do it. Well, that's what's going on watching, except for he's actually good and he's a runner too, so you're probably never going to be able to do that in fantasy with him.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, yeah, you can't stream him. He's definitely
he's going to be running.
Yeah, and he's going to be rostered.
But that's crazy. So, yep. Think it's time though that we talk about our last ever Dinger Tuesday.
Yeah,
for the 2024 season. We lasted longer than FanDuel with Dinger Tuesday, so hats off to us for that because it's Dinger Tuesday. Oh, excuse me. I stayed up late last night watching those games, so I'm a little bit tired now. But I've already done my Millie parlay. It's already out on the streets.
Oh, there you go.
I think I've got a few that are definitely going to hit. And I'll start by saying 2 words. And the words I'm going to say are Aaron Judge.
One of mine. I'll have to pivot.
Yeah. So you can get him plus 290 at BetMGM. I can't, but he's 290 at Circa and Pinnacle, 265 or 255 looks like at FanDuel. I think he hits this Kramer over the fence. I mean, that's my analysis. Like Aaron Judge, he hits the ball very hard. He's got 3 home runs off this guy. I know we're not a batter versus pitcher show, but he's only seen him like 16 times or something like that, and 3 times ended up in a home run. Looking at Zeus, I mean, you don't really have to look at Zeus for a guy like Judge. You just know that he hits the ball very hard, and he probably has been hit. He's had 183 100+ mile-an-hour hits this season. But, I mean, there it is right there. Just on the 21st and 22nd, hit a sinker over the fence, hit a slider over the fence. I mean, I don't know what else there is. I mean, he just – it's Aaron Judge, dude.
Yeah, 101.3 flyout, 110 Yeah.
Against Kramer. Dean Kramer is a dinger giver-upper, always has been. I do like him. So there is that. I'm not trying to make fun of the guy. But, I mean, he gives up home runs. Let's see what he's done.
He hasn't been bad recently.
Yeah, he's only 17 on the season. So I would think, and he's pitched definitely over 100 innings. Like he's way over 100 innings. So that's not horrible. So maybe he's not a dinger giver-upper. He's just a regular dinger giver-upper. Well,
I have the stats for you. In his last 10 starts, he's only given up 3. So if you I didn't look up what he was in the stats heading into the last 10, but his home run per 9 is like 1.23 on the year. And it's like 0.4 in the last 10 starts, which means that he gave up a ton of home runs leading up to his last 10 starts.
Well, he gave up 2 in the last week.
In his last start, he gave up 2.
Yeah.
So that's kind of thinking that it's going the other way. And I don't know how much to put into this stat because I have no idea what goes into it, but Stuff Plus is what I like to look at Fangraphs, which just rates literally the stuff of the individual pitches, like spin rate, velocity, the movement of the ball, and all his pitches are below average. Even in his last 10 starts when he hasn't given up much, all of them are below average. So it makes me think he's just gotten a little bit lucky to not give up a ton of home runs. So yeah, like Judge was one of the ones that I had listed. I think that's a great play. It's one of those things where like, I mean, how much analysis do you need to give for Aaron Judge? Like he leads the league in home runs, and that's part of. I've had a lot of success on dongs in the last week. You know why? Because I bet Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge every single day. Turns out those guys just hit a lot of home runs, and you don't really need to overthink it. Which goes into my first pick, is going to be Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, I
had a home run. Yeah. I mean, it's like at this point,
the odds are, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting Aaron Judge, and if you're not getting them against prime Nolan Ryan, and you're getting them above plus 200. They're a worthy bet, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like
310.
Ohtani, he's 310 now. He was 285 when I got him.
At BetMGM.
I have Zeus on the screen right now, so if you could pull up the OddsJam screen.
Yep,
so okay, so 285 is what I got at FanDuel. But 310 MGM, 300 DraftKings, 300. I think that's Fanatics. 250 Caesars, 250 BetOnline. So if you're one of those people that thinks BetOnline is sharp for player props, the 250 looks good. Yeah, I mean, like there's not a lot of sell job that needs for Ohtani. He has 6 home runs in the last 7 days. That leads the MLB. He's got 7 piss missiles. That leads the MLB. He's got the second most hard hit line drive plus fly balls. He's got 10. The leader is at 13. And the pitching matchup, like King, the guy he's pitching against, King's a good pitcher, Michael King. And we're not a batter versus pitcher show.
No.
Not at all. But if we were that type of show, I would tell you that he's got 9 career plate appearances against him, 4 hits, 2 home runs, 1 double.
I think he's got 12 plate appearances and 3 home runs.
Sorry, I'm looking at the last 3 years. Sorry, I was looking at so you're looking at his entire career, which makes it look even better for me.
417 all day, too.
Yeah.
So I mean, he is on to this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I memean, 310 for a time, it's just like lunacy. It's like I don't understand what these books are doing here. The next guy I'm going to go with, Circle of Trust guy for you, was the MVP at the beginning of the year, Kyle Tucker, or MVP for home runs, I should say. Kyle Tucker is who I'm going to take for my second pick.
I totally forgot about him. I was looking.
He's back.
Fuck, why did I took someone else instead of him in the Millie. I'm looking at my Millie right now. I'm like, oh yeah, I was taking Kyle Tucker. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I got him at 430. If you don't mind pulling him up on the OddsJam screen.
Yeah, I'll grab him now.
I got him at 430 at FanDuel, and that was a pretty good price compared. So it's 450 now. I don't understand what these books are doing. Even better. They're trying to
throw you off the trail, bro.
Yeah, I think that's what it is because
it
took a little bit for him to get going when he returned. September 6th was his first game back. Took a little bit. He's been great recently. He's got a barrel rate of 17% since he's returned against right-handed pitching. And the last week alone, he's tied with Ohtani with the second most hard hit line drive plus fly balls, 10. I chose him to hit a home run yesterday. He did not hit one. He hit an absolute missile. If you don't mind pulling him up on Zeus now, hit an absolute missile, 100.5 miles per hour off the bat, traveled 395 feet, did not leave the ballpark. Later in the game, he had a hit that was 106.1 miles per hour off the bat, just did not have the did not have the launch angle. So he's been hitting rockets, and then he hit a home run, 2 days ago? And
look at all that. Littered. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, it's a Christmas tree, all that red.
Crime scene.
Yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is the pitcher is going up against Logan Gilbert. Like, you would not think Gilbert is a dinger guy, but he's not as good when he's not at home. Now, I'm not really a home road split guy, again, unless it works in my favor. So Gilbert's better as a home pitcher, and he really struggles against lefties. Like, you look at the last 2 months, he's given up home run per 9, 2.03 against lefties, 8.25% barrel rate, 52% hard hit rate, 35% hard hit rate. I mean, Kyle Tucker is absolutely going yard tonight.
Over the last month, well, 30 days, month. Guess what Gilbert's barrel rate is against lefties?
What, 10%?
20.8.
Oh my God.
I mean, this dude is just getting smoked.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see. So he throws a slider most to lefties, and ISO is 0.15. Yeah, so it's not that bad. Not bad. Not that bad ISO. Not good. But on the season, Tucker right-handers, their sliders, 33% barrel rate, 60% fly ball.
That's what we like to see.
That is just Jesus, bro. In the last 30 days, sliders from righties, he's only seen 6, 100% barrel rate, 100% fly ball.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, I'm sold. I'll probably do a little two-legger today. Just, I mean, this last week, I don't know. I'm sad, man, because I've lost like the dinger, like wanting it, you know what I mean? But I think I can have it back today. I think Tucker and Judge and Ohtani maybe. Well, three-legger, you know what I'm saying? Or my next guy, Fernando Tatis.
I had 4 people listed. You've now hit 2 of my 4. Love the Tatis.
Yeah, we're looking at the same stuff. But, I mean, looking at his price, $395 at Circa. That's crazy. $330 looks like the best you can get on the streets, unless you can play at Circa. But, yeah, we'll go over to Zeus real quick. Check this out, dude. We got a little crime scene here. Last time his bat touched the ball from a lefty, it left the yard, 105. I don't even know who's he hitting against. Oh, Knack.
Yeah, it's Landon Knack. Yeah, that guy's a dinger guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, he loved a big. I mean, long ball enthusiast. Probably since he was a kid, dude. Righties, take a guess. Last 30 days, take a guess his barrel rate. It's only been 25 plate appearances, but
it's horrible. Rate, it's terrible.
26%.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's like old man softball, dude. Do you know what I'm saying? Like barrel rate 60%.
Yeah, that's comical. That's banana land.
Yeah, so Tatis hits the fastball obviously really well, but 21% barrel rate in his last 30 days. Not really getting the ball in the air, which definitely stinks. But on the season, he'll see a curveball that's like awful tonight. 750 ISO. I mean, that's not even a real number. But
a curveball that doesn't curve.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's on the tee. But, yeah, he gets that in the air. 12% barrel rate, 12.5, but 50% fly ball. Again, that's on like 10. So, I don't really think you can take anything away from that. But sliders on the season, 17% barrel rate. That's big. I don't know. I just think Tatis has been drilling the ball. We're looking right now at, I mean, a 343-foot line out. That was 110 off the bat a couple days ago. I mean, like, look at this, dude. I mean, he is demolishing the ball. So it's a great time to run into a dinger guy.
Landon Knack, yeah. Love it. I mean, yeah, that's a great – no notes. Like I said, I had 4 guys that I bet today. You take it 2 of the 4. So, we're looking at the same stuff.
All right. And then for the last one, I don't want to do this because I do respect Framber. But Julio Rodriguez
he is hitting missiles.
I mean, I don't even understand what's happening. He's plus 630 at FanDuel. Looks like that's the best price going. I mean, 665 at Circa, 611 at Pinnacle. But if you look at the domestic books, I mean, 550s are out there, 500 at BetOnline.
You got the Zeus up on the screen, by the way.
Oh, my bad. I can't go back and forth like
I get it
in a way that works, I think. But yeah, so it's just always like FanDuel looks like. I mean, like, dude, like what are they doing? Like 550 And 630 is something that you like always want to take. You know what I mean? Like you want to take that 630 if you're into it. You know what I mean? If you're into that player, that's a great thing to look at first. But going forward over to Zeus, we'll grab that up real quick. Just looking at this guy's for 148 100-mile-an-hour hits on the season. That's crazy because he's barely hitting home runs.
And he was hurt for a lot of the year.
Yeah, until now. But 100-mile-an-hour. 379-foot double. I mean, look at that. Red, single. I mean, he's not getting it over the fence. That's one kind of issue. I mean, he got Dane Dunning on the 21st. That was just 3 days ago, I guess. Yeah, and then the day before that.
Day before that.
Two of them. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, so I mean,
that's a lot of red.
Yeah, he is smoking the ball. He's got a lefty in Framber who doesn't really give up home runs. So this is definitely not – if you're into backing guys against, bum pitchers, or I don't want to call him a bum, but like, guys that are just dinger giver-uppers, then this is not for you because Framber does not really give up a lot of home runs, although he did last game. So
yeah, he did. I was gonna say
but
that.
I mean, it is that, but he hits lefties pretty hard. We should get somebody out of the bullpen. I mean, this guy's pretty much a danger to everybody and every pitcher there is right now. So there is that. But yeah, I would say Julio at plus 630. I don't know how you don't play him, like, or at least consider it.
That's what was going to be my rebuttal to the people that are like, well, he's going up against Framber, and then your rebuttal to that is, well, it's plus 630. So like there's a reason why you're getting such a good price. It's because it's baked into Framber. Yeah, that's solid. I was debating him. I was just, like I said, I was scared off of Framber, but it's a great.
I always get scared of Framber too. I immediately stopped looking. You know what I mean? Like once I hit Framber, I'm like, I don't want to know. But then I was like, ooh, but it's Julio.
That's the same thing with and I'm not going with this guy, but Logan Webb is another pitcher. When I see
100%.
batters against him, I say, okay, I'm going away from that one.
I literally did that today. Who were they playing? It was Arizona. It was Christian Walker.
I did Ketel Marte for me. I saw the odds and I was like, oh my goodness. And then I saw the picture and I was like, all right, that's fair. Anyways, I had this guy in the chamber because I was worried that you might steal some of my guys. So I'm going to go Juan Soto.
Okay.
You pulled him up on Zeus. He's the only guy on the Yankees that has more 100+ mile per hour hits than Aaron Judge, which is kind of wild to think about. Plus 475 at DraftKings is a price that I don't understand. They're giving this Kramer guy way too much respect. Or it's like a terrible weather game in New York, but like for a lefty in Yankee Stadium, that short right field, like the weather has to be, Wrigley Field level winds blowing in to really scare me off of that, which I don't think is the case, which I guess I can look that up.
I'm on it right now, so just keep going. Yeah, it's blowing in at 9 miles an hour. That's not, that's nothing. It's obviously in the 60s.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's still.
Yeah, you're good. It's not like, I don't know. Blowing straight in from center at 9 mile per hour doesn't really scare me.
Yeah, I was told that 15 miles per hour is where you should start to worry. Anyways, so Kramer has basically seen equal amount of righties and lefties, and I'm on Aaron Judge. So this is not me saying he can't give up a home run to a righty, but he's given up 17 home runs. 12 of them have come against left-handed hitters. His home run per 9 on the year, 1.72 against lefties, 0.73 against righties. So could be like Jazz, but Soto has been tattooing the baseball recently.
His whole life.
Recently, not recently.
His birth.
Yeah.
He had a 100-mile-an-hour hit for literally the day he was born, I'm sure.
Probably. His poor mother giving birth to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one. So 475, he should be 300. Like he should not be plus 475.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like 475 for Soto against anybody.
It's lunacy. And just look at these, like some of these hits, that the velocity in which they leave the bat is like he's angry at the baseball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hitting Woo 410 is crazy.
Yeah, people don't do that.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Who do I got hitting against Gilbert? Or you do?
I got Tucker. Yeah, there you go. 110.
Yeah, there's a lefty right there. 110 off the bat on the 19.
Yeah.
That's heads up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like some of these are against lefties too, which makes me feel even better.
Yep. Basically just like bring a glove night and a helmet if you're in the bleachers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I usually make fun, not really make fun of them, but I think less of guys who bring their glove, like adults, to a game. But in this case, this is for safety.
Yeah, and you can't be that guy that drops the Shohei Ohtani 50-plus home run ball, or the 50-50 home run ball.
Yeah,
he had it right in his hand. Like that hurts.
He might go 60.
He might, yeah.
He could steal leads more bases. I mean, because like he's crushing the ball. He's hitting one tonight.
He is. He leads the MLB in stolen bases and home runs since the All-Star break.
That's wild.
It's an obscene.
I didn't even know he was a stolen base guy. You think that's because the bases are bigger? Is that
100%?
Really
yeah, I think so.
But
I didn't know he was either.
Much bigger.
Yeah, but like that's true. But the fraction of an inch, like that minuscule difference in the size of the base, like means he gets there fast. It's just like all that stuff is so buttoned down with how good these catches are that like even that little difference, it's like when your velocity goes from like 97 miles an hour to 95.5, like on the grand scheme of things, that's like a 1% difference, but it's the massive difference when it comes to guys teeing off on that pitcher or not. Okay.
Yeah. I was just saying, because is stolen base attempts up as well?
That I don't at the beginning of the year when dongs were like 15% down below expectation, I was close to becoming a stolen base guy.
Okay.
I didn't do it, and I did zero research to do that, but I was close to it. So that's me saying I don't have an answer for you.
I always hated how like the guy had to get on base to do it. So I always felt like I was working twice as hard. And now that's that crazy. And then what if they don't even try?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're relying on two things to happen. He needs to get on base, and then he needs to steal.
I always hated the two things. Just give me the one instance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Guy hits over the fence or not. What's up? All right. So I was supposed to do a merch read, but I was so fired up about the dingers that I forgot. But the merch store, I don't know if you've been in there lately, but Moda, it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's getting wild, man. There's hoodies now because it's hoodie season. I don't know if you've been outside recently, but
you see what I'm wearing?
Yep. And I just had one on, but when I was walking the dogs. But yeah, we got the shirts, we got the hoodies. The NBD hoodie is one of my favorite ones, but also too. Oh, excuse me. Can't win if you don't bet. That's a great hoodie. You look great. You sound like you know what you're talking about because that's a fact. Like you have a fact right on your hoodie, which you kind of always want. So that's huge. There's also Real Mint Bet Overs. That's my favorite one. It'll always be probably, but there's like a candle in there. It feels right. So anybody that's a candle, it's autumn. I don't know. I was always a candle guy. Got the NBD trucker hat. That's sweet. The NBD tumblers. We got the can concealer, I call it, but I don't think it's called that. But yeah, it's great for whenever you're at your kids' sporting events and you maybe want to have one. Well, here's your chance, and you won't even get arrested, probably. Yeah. I can't say you won't, definitely, but you probably won't. Like, no one's going to say anything. No one's going to know. They're just going to be like, oh, look at that. That's a sweet NBD can concealer.
Koozie, I think, is the what they're called.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know what they're called, but I don't think it's koozie. Because the koozie's it's a soft, foamy thing, keeps your beer cold. Do you know what I'm saying? If you drop it, it's not going to break. It's a glass bottle.
Yeah, so that, I guess what, this is like a hard, it's like it's not soft.
You put like I think it has a top to it, dude. A can cooler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's new shit, bro. Shit that they even have when we were kids. Now they have
I like it.
And they have one with NBD on it, which is sweet. No big deal. All right, man. That was awesome. I think we probably just hit a 6-legger. What if we hit a 6-legger today, just now? That would be
Dinger
so
Tuesday?
funny. Yeah, just randomly. Last Tuesday of the season. We're just on the way out. Here's a 6-legger.
I think if it's ever going to happen, just look at the names on this list. It's all dinger guys.
I know. That was what I was just looking at. I was like, wow, man, this is crazy. Like all those guys get hit a home run tonight.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, good talking to you, man. We'll catch up tomorrow where we will have more dingers, and then we'll go Thursday with dingers, and NFL. I was looking at the schedule for Thursday. It's not great for
dingers.
Well, not necessarily for dingers, but for baseball in general. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what I was looking at. Wednesday,
I have not looked at Thursday, so I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 games, but I think my problem was there's only 4 games at night. So now you got to go daytime dinger guy, which just throws another wrench into it. But we'll try. We'll see what we can do. We have the night. I mean, we have the football game, Giants Cowboys. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna figure out. I gotta crack the code on the SGP for that one. So probably do that today. But as always, man, good talking to you. Follow at Jedi Modai on Twitter right now. He wants people to follow him, and I think you should too, because he's been keeping this show afloat for like 5 or 6 days now. So I mean, we're moving on to like almost a week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later on the live stream today, 4 p.m.